Hello, first do a little bit of housekeeping. This is lesson 3, Set Up Mac, which is part of the introduction to this course on AWS Serverless Web Development. You can find links to all the videos on this course, as well as links to the GitHub repos which contain all the source code for every lesson at this website, richardbraycourses.co.uk. which acts as a portal for my YouTube courses. So with that, let's get started. To set up a Mac, the easiest way is to visit the course repo. So let's just do that and scroll down a little bit and you'll see it lists the software you need to get started, which is Chrome, Node, Git, VS Code, the AWS CLI, the AWS CDK CLI, and the pnpm package manager. So if you already have all of this installed, there's no more to do and you can just skip the lesson. Otherwise, you've got a couple of options. You can install these the traditional way by going to their websites and downloading the packages. Or alternatively, you can use Homebrew, which is what I did. So I will show you how that works. I've already installed everything, but it'll do no harm to install everything a second time. So if you just copy brew.sh into the buffer and visit their website, you'll find right on the front page a command to install Homebrew. So I'll just copy that into my terminal and run it. And after I've provided a password, hit return, it'll either install or upgrade Homebrew. And because I've already got it installed, that'll happen very quickly. So that's step 1 complete. Let's come back to step 2. Now, Homebrew relies on some environment variables being present, and they can be set in your shell startup file. Now, you may be using the Z shell, which is the default shell on a Mac these days, or you may have configured it to use the bash shell. And these two shells have different startup files. So I've provided commands to upgrade the shell startup file for both, and you just need to execute one of these two commands depending on which shell you're using. If you're not sure which shell you're using, you can just use this command echo $shell. So let me show you. Echo $shell says I'm using the bash shell. So I'll use this command. I'll just copy it. And again, I'll paste it into my terminal. And that'll upgrade my shell startup file, which is this bash profile. Let's go and have a look at it. And you can see it's added this line to the bottom. I'm going to delete it because I don't really need it twice. Okay, so with that, that is the end of step 2. And we can move on to step 3, which is the actual software installation using Homebrew. So let me just split my screen up a little bit. I'll put the terminal over here and I'll walk through these commands one at a time. As I say, I've already installed all this software, so this isn't going to be exactly what you'll see, but you'll get a feel for it. So we can see Google Chrome's already installed. Git's installed. Node. Git Credential Manager. Visual Studio Code. Incidentally, when you're running these, if this is the first time, it may well prompt you for your password. Some of these require elevation and some don't. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm up to date with absolutely everything. So that's my step 3 completed. Now, as you can see, step 4 says open a new terminal. So I will actually kill the terminal application to be doubly certain and start a whole new one. And then this command, Git Credential Manager configure, goes first. And then you need to configure the Git with your username and your email address. So obviously you'll be changing these commands slightly. And with that, that's the Mac setup complete, and you're good to go. So I'll see you in the next lesson. Well, in fact, that's Windows, so the one after that.